So hey guys, back at you with another video. This is Philadelphia Productions. Today we're going to be talking about the Hellva Boss Episode 1, Murder Family. Now, I love this episode. I thought it was super funny. I love the characters. I love the whole setup. So, before I get into all that, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please hit that subscribe button. And if you like the content, hit the like button. So let's continue on with our little thing. So basically the general setup of this episode was a lady named Miss Berry, I think her name was Miss Berry if I remember correctly, or as Blueberry, something like that, came to the immediate murder professionals, came to the IMP to get revenge on somebody in her life that basically the whole general setup is, if I remember correctly, the person, the girl that we see that they're trying to kill later down the episode, cheated with the husband of Miss Berry, and Miss Berry in return tried to kill her, but failed and only killed her husband. So she's going there in return to kill, hires IMP to get her revenge. I just love the setup of the moral conflict with Motzi. I love that they set it up very early on and it kind of was always implied early on. Like, especially when, if you watch the pilot episode, spoiler if you've never seen the pilot episode. Again, spoilers for this whole episode. If you didn't watch the episode, go watch it and come back. So, the whole setup is that we already know he kind of has a weird sort of code of honor a little bit. That it really plays with that because, he is a killer at the end of the day. Motzi is a killer, but he has sort of a code of honor of sort of a way. He doesn't feel like there would be any justifiable reason to murder an innocent family. And I love that that later down the line became a plot point. I like that wasn't just swept under the rug. I like that actually became a conflict in itself. The conflict in himself that, is this something he really wants to do? Can he actually pull the trigger? And I just love how Blitz, like when Blitz comes in the door and starts pushing the door in and they fuck up the room. And I just love his reaction after he's like, he tells Miss Berry after they destroy the room because Motzi, fucked up the shot after they were practicing with the arrow, and he's like, "Well, I'm good. If we don't kill that lady, if the first 24 hours your kill is free," and he just turns to Motzi in a really cute kind of look and just starts screaming at him. It really shows that for all Blitz's kind of like silliness, he does take his job seriously, and that he really does somewhat care about giving his clients the impression that they are professionals. It shows a level of professionalism to him. That's why he freaked out. And also, we got to hear the new voice actors for Stolas, and remember what her name is? I think it's Molly, or not Molly. I forget what her name is. Millie. Oh yeah, Millie. My opinion on it is, on it is kind of simple. I don't really like Millie's voice actor for the most part, the new voice actor. I mean, I think it fits, but at the same time, I like the old voice actor better. The Stolas, Stolas does show up in this episode too. I do like the idea that the Stolas voice actor, I actually don't mind him. I think it still works. I still feel like he's in character for him. So, jumping ahead, but jumping back to the plot. So they go to this house to go kill him. And Blitz offers her, Motzi, the chance to, kill her. And he kind of fails at it because because they look so innocent, he can't shoot them. So he ended up fucking up Blitz's shot, and Blitz tries to shoot him, and he ended up fucking up the shot. And then they turned out to be cannibals. I just love that plot twist out of nowhere. It's just like, oh yeah, they're cannibals. I'm just like, what? And I just love the fact that Blitz just starts like, what the fuck, Motzi? Like, he just starts screaming at Motzi. He goes like, what the fuck did you do, you dumbass? And I just love that. I love the fact that there's like a moral conflict in there. That it does have a moral conflict a little bit. That that this isn't, I like that. I like the idea that there's a moral conflict in Motzi. And so they're all basically on the run, and it really plays like a horror movie situation. But the difference is, instead of the demons being the ones chasing the humans are the ones chasing the demons. And it's really interesting. I think my favorite part has to be when Stolas calls Blitz on the phone, and Blitz is running, and Blitz is just like having none of Stolas' shit, and it's like Stolas is just like, like Bliss is like, what the fuck do you want? And he like Stolas like, but I just want to talk about my grimoire and stuff like that. And I do like there is lore in here. We find out, for example, that this grimoire was given to Stolas. We don't know by who. If I had to guess, I imagine Lucifer or somebody similar to that had gave him it so he can do his job. Again, we still don't know what Stalin's job really entails, but I imagine it probably has to do with something of trying to bring more souls into hell, you know, condemn more people, which is interesting. And I like the fact that it's implied that him just handing out the book is illegal. So I wonder if that's going to be a plot further down the line of whoever gave the book finding out that Stolas gave the book out to IMP, and IMP getting in trouble, and Stolas getting in trouble. And again, I find Stolas' character super funny. I just love the fact that, like, it's obvious he really, really likes Bliss. And Bliss is just so, like, I don't have time for this shit. I'm trying to not die. But all the characters were great. I love the comedy. I think one of my other favorite scenes of it had to be the scene when they set her on fire and she's going like, oh, you're a little devil. I'm going to send you back to your maker. And she sets her on fire and she's like, Satan, I burn these souls for you. Let the core of evil begin. Yeah, ha, ha, ha. Like all the like super typical evil laughter and shit. He sets her on fire and I'm thinking like, all right, they fucked. They're about to die. And there's a lot of the fact that fire doesn't hurt them and they're just like, yeah, that's not going to work like that. Now I can pretend if it's going to get your jollies off. And I was just like, that is funny as shit. That's super funny in a way. Like, it's kind of really funny. I like that. I love the fact that she's like, well, I'll just shoot you in your face with your smart ass mouth. And I'm just like, that's kind of funny. It was kind of funny. I like that. Matsu eventually does redeem himself in this episode in the sense that he basically gets captured early on by the children, who turned out to be also fucking crazy as hell, similar to, like, the mom and the dad. And he ended up breaking out and killing Miss Berry. And I like what he does. He goes back to the house, but instead of killing them, he says, you have a right to a life. Look at your children. And I like the fact that he does kind of try to do the morally upright thing by calling the police. And as he turns around, as they go leave and they're going back into the portal, I like the fact that he turns around and then the police immediately blow up the house. They immediately just kill everyone. And I'm just like, that is fucking great, but also so true. Like, I don't know if that's supposed to be like a kind of like wink wink, like a Waco kind of like nod, like to how police act sometimes. But I do find that really funny. Like I thought that was really funny because you just see his look on his face after the fact when they're cutting the cake and shit, and he just looks so miserable. But honestly, overall, it's a really good episode. The comedy is still really good. I like the character interactions. I like the fact that there's a moral conflict in Matsu, that there's more to him, I feel like, than what we originally knew. That we already knew there was always, like, from the pilot, that he did have some sense of morality. But I like that there is more moral, that he has standards, essentially. Standards. I like that also Blitz, there's more to Blitz too. I like that about it. I like that they showed him a more professional side to him, about this side of him that is he's all about making sure the client is happy to bring in more revenue for himself and his coworkers. And I like that about him. I like that it shows that for all his silliness and all that, his jokey personality, that when it comes to the clients in his business, he can be very serious and it shows. And I like that about that. That shows a different side. Also, Luna is great in this, especially when she took the picture and she was just like, this kid probably sets dogs on fire. This girl probably fucking bullies Australian people. And this guy, the father, you know he watches. I love that. I just love that little joke. I just like that they also kind of hint at another level of like why humans in this universe would go to hell. Because the simple fact that there's so much, we're so complicated, we hide so much about ourselves that there's different layers that, like, especially the fact that, like, the family that they go to kill looks innocent until you find out, no, they're cannibals and they kill people and they worship Satan, which is like, wow. I like they crank the evil up, like they crank the evil up like to 11, and I just love that. But overall, it was a very good episode, and I like the fact that also there was lore bits. There was lore. I like that the lore was interesting. I like the idea that Stolas has a higher up. and that technically speaking, he was not supposed to give out the book to anybody. So, but to jump back over, because I forgot all about that, the whole deal they make is every full moon, Blitz has to give the book back so Stolas can do his job and have a night of passionate fornication. I just love the way he says it. I just like Blitz is like, all right, fuck it, I don't care. I'm trying to not die right now. I thought that was really funny. But I'm sorry this video seems like it's all out of the place, because it kind of is, because I was just like so into it. Like, I'm just like, again, it was just such a good episode. It was a really good episode. Comedy was up to par. I liked the characterization. I like that we got to see more of the characters. We got to see more of them in a different situation. Yeah, and also I can't wait for that next episode. I definitely will be looking out for lore and definitely seeing the potential lore, because there's a lot of potential for there to be more conflict, and I like that. So, thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe, like the video, and I will definitely see you guys next time. Love you guys, stay safe, and stay friendly. Bye!